Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a GE 6.0 cordless telephone, and this is Harvey's telephone from Canada. And so Harvey has a letter. He's having some issues with his telephone. Basically, the people on the other end can't hear him, so he's got no transmit or poor transmit. And he's got a letter here, and he's talking about that he's had it in a local shop 3 times now, and they think each time that it is repaired, and it lasts for a couple of days, and then he says it dies again. Now, I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to him. I don't know if he means the whole phone does or the microphone gives out. And then he's saying, now they tell me that it's the microphone. And each time it is the same problem, he says. It works perfectly for a while, and then suddenly the other person on the other end or whatever can't hear his voice. The repair shop thought that they had it fixed. And when they put the back of the phone on, it quit again. So, and at that point, they gave up, he says. And then he's asking if it's possible to repair or replace the parts. And then he's talking about the keypad. Well, first of all, on the microphone, if they knew it was the microphone, why didn't they replace it? And then they probably would have had to replace the mic amp. So that's a couple of parts. So they should have just went ahead and replaced that if it was the microphone and the amp. But they didn't do that. And then let's talk about the keypad. And he's saying he'd like the keypad replaced if possible. We don't have any body parts for these telephones. Unless it's a generic electronic component, we wouldn't have any parts for this phone. They're not available, so we can't get any parts. We'd have to have some parts phones built up to have any parts to them. And one of the most used things on these telephones is the keypad. And Harvey's is not in that bad a shape anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, they thought at this local shop, he's had it in there 3 times, they thought they had it fixed, gave it back to him each time, and then all of a sudden they've given up now and just told him it was the microphone. So now what we're going to do is some initial checks on this telephone. I'm going to troubleshoot it. I'm going to check it out and see what's going on. But I can tell you now, and I'm going to show you this real quick. You probably won't get this on the video. It probably won't pick it up very well. But I want to show you the inside of this telephone. This microphone has taken on liquid. Somebody has spilt something into the microphone. It's pretty easy to do. I see it. It's a very common problem. Some people even try to clean their telephone and spray a cleaner. See, they think since this keypad is rubber and it's pretty much sealed that they can spray this or get it wet and then the microphone survive. Well, here's the hole for the microphone. So it may not make it into the keypad, but it makes it right through into the microphone. And I can tell this microphone is got some type of liquid on it. And so that's the fastest way to, take out a microphone is to spray a cleaner in it or spill some kind of a liquid into the microphone. It shorts it out. Now, sometimes you get lucky and it dries up a little bit, but he was probably having ongoing problems because the microphone's probably working a little bit and then not working. So, it's been damaged. So we want to replace that. And we also want to replace the amp. So we're going to take a short break from the video, and we're going to go ahead and replace that microphone and the amp and troubleshoot out the telephone. And then we need to check it out a lot because, we want to make sure that there's no other issues going on with this telephone. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we have went ahead and replaced the microphone here. And our amp. Now on these little surface mount material components, you got to be very careful with them because you can pull up the traces off the board with these. We're going to move these to the side. We don't need them any longer. And we're going to do a little test on this telephone before we put it back together again. But I actually am going to do some more troubleshooting because I want to make sure that nothing else is going on. And we're going to try to catch it if there is something else happening along with the bad microphone and that. But that's been replaced, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and take the telephone and we're going to turn it on. It sees the analyzer and we have dial tone. Now what we want to do is I'm going to see if that receiver is up all the way. It is. Now I want to dial a 2 and I want to transmit into the microphone. So if you watch this red light here on the analyzer, every time you see that red light up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk a little while and transmit because I want to see my modulation on the analyzer. I want to make sure, because we're going to test this telephone and retest it, because we want to make sure that everything is going to be okay. I also want to move the board around a little bit and kind of tweak it because I want to see if there's any broken or cracked traces or anything like that. So at this point we know the microphone is working, but we want to make sure there's no other initial problems. And as you can see, that light on the analyzer is pretty bright. So every time you see it, like we said earlier, it's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the telephone off now. And we're going to take a short break from the video. And I'm going to be troubleshooting this telephone out a little further. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair of this telephone. And so we're going to kind of run through a little bit about what went on. We replaced the microphone and the amp. Also troubleshooted further into the telephone. I found some solder that wasn't causing the problem or any other problems, but I didn't care for it, so I always repair solder on the main PC boards if I see something that I don't like. Other than that, if there's any other issues, they didn't come up. So I don't see anything else at this time wrong with the telephone. Now, the battery is about at half on the charge back, and this has been unplugged for quite a while, so I'm assuming that we'll go to a full charge. If there's any other issues, it'll probably be that there's a lengthy conversation being held on this phone or something, and the battery's not good enough to supply voltage. So I would say if the phone goes dead or anything like that, basically what it's going to be is a battery issue, and that's not really a repair issue. That would be replacing the battery. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start our final checks. And I want to go ahead and ring the unit. Let that go a couple times. I'll let it go one more time. Give you some dial tone. Now we want to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers rack off. I'm going to end in a 2, And now I want to transmit into the handset because that was one of the problems. If you watch that red light like you did earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we have quite a bright light, and that's 100% modulation on transmit. And when I tap, I'm also getting a transmit into the analyzer. And I'll do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is transmitting and the cover's back on. So that's not an issue where the other repair shop said they were putting the cover back on and all of a sudden they didn't have transmit any longer, or associated with putting the cover back on that was the issue. Or maybe that's just what they told Harvey. I really don't know. So anyway, basically what we want to do now is we'll go ahead and call a time and temp number. I can push this button here on my switch box, and that gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation. And we'll go ahead and call that number. Now, I do want to warn you that the time and temp is having a problem with their equipment, and you'll hear the recording start, but then you'll hear a loud hum, and then the recording starts and you might hear another hum. That's on their end. It has nothing to do with what we're doing here. It's their equipment. So we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone.
Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, August 17th. The time is 3:14. Current temperature 91 degrees. Partly cloudy today, 20% chance of a shower, highs around 80. Partly cloudy tonight and Sunday, low tonight around 60, Sunday's high mid-80s.
Okay. We can call one other number. Give you some dial tone.
Thank you for calling Walmart. Thank you for calling Bevel Walmart. Can I transfer your call?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you like the weather?
The weather's pretty fine today.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't need electronics. I won't need the telephone section. I'll take the bakery, okay?
Alrighty. How on me?
Thank you. See if they're not on break.
Hello, bakery.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, do you have any donuts left in that donut case?
No, we do not.
Oh, you're all gone?
We're not complete, but we have. It's not a whole lot.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll come up and get a cake. How's that?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Can you make me one?
Oh, we have some in the case.
Oh, okay. But you can put designs on them and stuff if I want that, right?
We can write on it.
All right. Okay. I'll see you later. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So we know that we had a conversation on this telephone and everybody heard us fine. So it has plenty of transmit and modulation now. So we can get this telephone back to Harvey and he can start enjoying it. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching and have a great day.